at y'all with another moment lens video. And thank you for all the love that y'all showed our other moment lens video that we shot all in 1080. But we thought it would be really cool, since we shoot in 4K now, to see what moment lenses do in 4K. So
the little story behind that. So we've been vlogging for over a year and a half at this point. And we've been shooting in 1080 and editing in 1080 and uploading. And sometimes, if you guys can go back in our videos, you can see that some of the videos kind of not very clear. And for a long time, we've been trying to figure out what's going on and why it's like that. We watched a bunch of vlogs, and then other people, you know, who does it, and everybody said, oh, we save in 1080. Well, we decided to finally test it out and shoot in 4K and save it in 1080 and upload it. And last two videos we posted actually made a huge difference. But the reason why we were kind of hesitant to do the 4K videos, because we thought that when we edit it, it's going to take so much more space and power of our laptops, and we don't have very crazy strong machines to do that, that it was just going to be very unbearable to edit those. But actually, it wasn't like that. I was editing my first one yesterday in 4K, and rendering was pretty fast, and saving was pretty fast, and it was not in any, like, there was no difference between doing it in 1080 or 4K videos. So we're both very impressed how our videos came out. They definitely a lot clearer, and from now on, we're shooting in 4K. So that's why this is kind of like a part 2 of the moment lens video of how we shoot in 4K now and what the difference is like.
Yeah. So we're gonna make this quick and painless, and we're gonna get to the farm, and we're gonna show y'all each lens, and you know, you can see the different ways that it looks, and we're gonna put it under the little thing. And yeah, right now we are shooting with the fisheye 14mm. So there's that news. So here we go. So what you just saw was telephoto, wide and super wide with the iPhone 11 Pro in 4K, and that was all handheld footage, by the way. And right now, the other thing about when you're not using moment lenses is that you can switch on the fly, and we can, what are we looking at?
Phoenix.
Where's Phoenix? Phoenix! Hello! So you can do stuff like this. You can switch on the fly when you're not using the moment lenses.
That's a really good thing. That's one thing.
Hold on before you finish saying that. So go ahead.
No, what I was gonna say is it's very inconvenient when you use lenses. If you want to switch to different lenses on your iPhone, that's a one bad thing. Because like every time we film, let's say, car tutorials, I don't like to use lenses because I like to switch between telephoto and wide and regular. That's like one negative. Yep, I would say.
All right, so that's pretty much the native lenses. So now we're going to go down to, I guess, probably the barn on the property this time, and switch between all the lenses real quick, the moment lenses, and show y'all what they look like in 4K. For this video, I was kind of thinking that we should do this more in the style of the way a person who is vlogging would be recording. And the mule that we were riding on last time is actually broken right now. So we're walking, and we were recording this right now in 4K, 30 frames per second. I am using the 14mm fisheye on the wide lens, the 1.8 aperture wide lens. And yeah, what does this look like? Does it look good? I don't know, because we're not looking at it. We're just walking.
I wonder how jumpy it's going to be, because we're actually walking down a hill, and then I feel like I'm doing this.
And we're on our way to go see the goats. We're going to go see the horses, and I guess we're going to stop by the barn and do some shots that were similar to the shots that we did last time.
Yes.
And we're going to try all the lenses this time just on the 1.8 wide. We're not going to mess around with the telephoto and all the other kind of stuff that we did last time, because I I don't really think that you would put the moment lenses on the telephoto. I mean, you could,
Yeah.
but last video, I mean, I just kind of really didn't see the point. Oh my God, it's chickens, everybody. And this is a prime example of when I would want to zoom in, but I can't because I have the moment lens on.
Yes, that's a really definitely a con.
Mm-hmm. So here we go. Farm life, take 2. Now I'm shooting with the normal lens, well, the wide 1.8 built-in lens, no extra moment lenses on it, because this is one of those situations where we want to be able to zoom and go wide and change the shot on the fly, because we are visiting right now the goats.
Oh, look, she's got the horns growing.
Wow, look at those baby horns growing. Wow.
She's still so sweet.
So that's super
Look at her
wide.
horns. Look how big her horns
And
are.
I can also zoom in like this.
Don't eat my hair. She's eating my hair.
Aw.
Yes, they like super, super lovey-dovey.
Hey, don't bite though.
Oh,
Whoa, so cool. He's mean.
Yeah, because we were sitting in the kitchen and Waymar goes, Carl said, take the goat instead of the kitten. And Zuri goes, well, why would she want a head-button goat in the house? And I didn't get it, but now I get it because that's what he does.
Okay, so this is a clear example of why not using the moment lenses can be an advantage in certain situations. And I guess
Вау, no.
look
Ребята,
at him,
все,
head buddy.
идите в баню.
He's crazy. He's crazy
No.
goat, man.
No,
Is like headbutting women for some reason.
He
no.
does, yeah. He
Wouldn't
doesn't
do
do
it
it.
to me,
He
but-
jumped on my back.
All right, I think that's enough of the goats.
Yeah, let's go
What?
see the.
All right, so we just finished with the goats, and now we're back on the native lenses on the built-in iPhone 11 Pro, shooting in 4K, 30 frames per second. And yeah, we're just using the native wide lens and walking down this path right here.
Which is the majority of stuff that we shoot with, just
Yeah.
native lenses.
Exactly. So if you were a vlogger, this is like pretty much what you would be doing, holding your camera out in front of you and walking. How does this shot look? Is it good? I don't know.
I'm very excited to see how this 4K looks because we did 2 videos in 4K now, but they pretty much mostly stationary videos. Even the tutorial in the car is still kind of stationary. This one we're actually walking and talking, so I can't wait to see how this looks.
Yep. All right, so we're shooting with the regular wide lens built in on the iPhone 11 Pro, 4K, 30 frames per second. Y'all know the drill by now. And I was just about to switch to the moment wide 18 and put that over the built-in moment lens and see what that looks like and how it is in 4K. Just, you know, to experiment and see what happens and show y'all what it's going to be like. But I guess we started recording this because I wanted to emphasize the inconvenience of having to stop what you're doing and change lenses, because we're trying to make it over there where the horses are, if you point the camera that way.
We still haven't found them all the way.
They're all the way across on the other side of that hill over there. And I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and start shooting with this 18, but I got to stop, I got to pull out my kit and swap the lenses and make sure the lens is clean and then continue filming. So just something to consider when you're thinking about getting, you know, attachable lenses.
Yes.
Now the 18 millimeter is on over the moment wide 1.8 f-stop aperture, whatever lens, and still in 4K, 30 frames per second. And now we shall continue our journey to go see the horses.
Fishing.
Nah.
Yeah, this is really nice.
But this is a good day to go fishing. All right, so now the 18 millimeter lens is on the regular wide lens on the moment f1.8, and we are still walking through the field trying to go see the horses. I don't know how this grass looks, but it is super, super green. And everything is so pretty outside right now.
Feels like spring today.
Yeah,
Feels like spring.
it's a very nice day. And one thing that we also noticed is that it seems like the moment lenses affect the stabilization within the phone.
That is very true. So that's why I wonder how this is gonna look, because we actually obviously
Trotting about.
walking. Yeah. And then we're not walking on a completely like smooth ground either. We up and down and hills and
Yes.
so.
So it's going to be interesting when we get in front of the computer to see how the stabilization works with these
Yes.
extra lenses, because stabilization with the native lenses is actually really, really good. Sometimes almost gimbal-like, I will
Very
say.
impressive for sure.
But the lenses we noticed in 1080 seem to alter the stabilization, and it doesn't really stabilize as good.
Yeah.
But when we get in front of the computer, we will see how it looks. So that horse over there, his name is Winston.
This is the first time we're meeting him. We haven't seen him yet.
Here he comes. Wow, look how beautiful
Hi.
he is.
He
Hello.
is pretty.
How are you?
Oh,
How are
good
you, boss?
boy. He's so sweet.
We're surrounded by big old horses. This is not food, I'm sorry.
Horses are such a beautiful animal.
So damn big. All right, 58 millimeter, 4K, 30 frames per second. This is what I look like out here in this field. And this is what Winston looks like out here in the field. Very per.
5 rainy days, so it's so nice to have.
No, this is not food. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. All right, this part of the video is being filmed with the regular, the regular iPhone 11 wide lens f-stop 1.8, but we have the Moment fisheye lens on
On it, yes.
Yes. So this pretty much sums up our review and our video of this. We just hit y'all with a whole bunch of shots of me standing in the exact same position, using all of our different Moment lenses, trying my best to pan in the same direction at the same speed. And we use the fisheye, we use the anamorphic lens, and when we use the anamorphic lens, we had to use the Moment app instead of the native app because of the way that it compresses and alters the perspective of the frame.
Yes, and unfortunately, what I was going to say about the Moment app, if you film something with Moment app, and depends how long your video, if the video is over 5 minutes, unfortunately, the Moment app has
Tends to drift.
yes, it drifts the video versus audio, so then you have to make sure you sync it when you edit, so that's kind of
Very annoying.
yeah.
And then we also use our 18 millimeter regular wide, and we use the telephoto 58, and we use all these with 4K settings,
Yes.
30 frames per second on the same they call it the wide iPhone lens. So you have the wide, you have the super wide, and the telephoto built-in native lenses. We used the wide. We didn't go through using the telephoto this time in the interest of time, and we just kind of figured that, you know,
Too much
too much in
going
one
on,
video.
yes.
So we kept it really simple this time, and right now we're using the fisheye to do our grand finale. What do y'all
See
think?
the pretty barn over
Yes,
here?
I see the pretty barn. What do y'all think about the video? What do y'all think about the different Moment lenses? Are they more of a hindrance? Do they help? Are they better? I guess when we get in front of the computer, we will see exactly what this looks like and how the video came out. But I hope this helps you guys out there make an informed decision on which lenses you need, because we used to have the Superfish, sold that because you can't really take pictures with it.
Yes.
We have the anamorphic, but we're thinking about getting rid of the anamorphic because honestly we don't like using the Moment app.
Yes, and it's kind of like only certain shots are really good with anamorphic, so you have to really plan your video out proper way in order for you to use it, because randomly using it into something else, it just kind of defeats the purpose.
Because I really like when you use the fisheye and then you letterbox it. To
Yes.
me, that looks really, really cool. But it depends on what kind of look you're going for. But outside of that, I don't know if Moment lenses work for you. You should use them. We tend to like them in certain applications, but there's a lot of applications where we also don't use them. So yeah, I guess that is it for this video. We are KRT Life, KRT Life with the Y. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that cool stuff.
We
We'd
really
love to hear back from
appreciate
you
it.
guys.
Yes.
And we really do sincerely appreciate it.
All the support and love. Thank you.
All right, we're out. I hope y'all enjoyed the horses too. And the goat!
Baby.